Hey everybody, what's going on? I am Gregg Sussman, joined today by Megan Nunez of FanDuel, who's here to break down her top plays for Week 11 this NFL season. What's going on, Megan?
Not a whole lot. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, but not as fantastic as your picks have been. So let's keep it rolling as we get into Week 11. And we'll begin with the Green Bay Packers. When I saw this line, I was like, I don't know. This seems a little fishy to me because the Green Bay Packers are in Indianapolis and yet are 2.5-point underdogs here. Aaron Rodgers playing well. Phillip Rivers a loser. You'd think that you're going to like Green Bay, and you do at plus 2.5. I'm just nervous because something seems off.
So obviously the Jags hanging around with the Pack last week was something that no one saw coming, especially since the Pack were favored by 2 entire touchdowns. I took the Pack in a teaser and they could not even cover that, but here I am backing the Pack again. The Colts are obviously riding off of a high after beating the Titans, where that defense definitely gave Tannehill fits. While this game could go either way, as the line reflects, I also feel like the line reflects some recency bias, as the Packers looked not great against a garbage Jags team, and Phillip Rivers played his best game as a Colt, and they just dominated, honestly, a good Titans team. Green Bay's defense, while not as strong as the Colts, they are no scrubs. I think Green Bay has the better, well-rounded offense, and that's all behind a future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers. So I think if the defense can get to Phillip Rivers and make him make mistakes, that they don't only cover the 2.5, but they win the game outright.
As you said, recency bias certainly taking place with the Colts defeating Tennessee last week, and then Green Bay not playing their best against Jacksonville, losing to Minnesota before that. So Green Bay has been a little bit more wishy-washy than I think we realize as the public. We're seeing them at plus 2.5. You're saying screw that. Give it to me outright. The Green Bay Packers get back on the saddle, back on the horse, and they do their thing this week against Indianapolis. Up next, we'll fast forward all the way to Sunday night where the Kansas City Chiefs are in Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Chiefs are a 7-point favorite against Vegas, a Raiders team that played them very, very well earlier this season. You're backing the Chiefs. Andy Reid off the bye. All of it that goes into it. You're buying Kansas City this week.
I am. So this is a narrative that I believe people are going to be all over. You have Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes off of a bye, playing the only team that's handed them a loss this season. They're traveling over to Vegas, where frankly, the Raiders have not been that great in their new home, going 2-2 there and 4-1 on the road. I believe that Kansas City finds a way to neutralize Derek Carr, and I think Patrick Mahomes carves up this defense who's allowed the 7th most passing yards per game. I like it here. I like Kansas City. Give me them -7.
As you said, the Raiders are the only team to hand the Chiefs a loss earlier this year, and that's because they don't let them have the ball. It was all about Josh Jacobs. It was all about Jalen Richard, Devontae Booker, and playing keep away. Well, it worked. We'll see if the Raiders can do it again in their new home in Las Vegas. And as you mentioned, they haven't been all that great yet, and Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes coming off a bye. Not only do you think they win, but you think they win pretty easily, covering by at least 7. One last game to get to, and it's this final contest featuring Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins. They are 3.5-point favorites, and they're playing good football right now. Tua hasn't lost yet. He feels like he hasn't lost in his life going back to Alabama, and you believe he's going to keep it rolling, not only win, but cover a field goal and a hook. Why are you buying Tua and the Dolphins?
So the Dolphins have looked absolutely dominant in all 3 phases in the last couple of weeks. And I know a lot of people think that this is going to be a letdown spot, but I personally don't see it. I feel like this Broncos team is extremely overrated, especially by bookmakers. They're not well coached. Drew Lock is not the answer. The defense, we're not seeing the usual pass rush we've come to know in the past. I like the Dolphins here. I think if this game were in Miami, it would easily be a 6.5-point game. So go ahead and give me the 3.5 here, as I don't feel the altitude will be as big as a problem as people are making it. And I think this Dolphins team keeps rolling. I'm keeping them with the 3.5.
This Broncos team, I feel like people want to be good, but it's just not there yet. They've dealt with a ton of injuries, including a quarterback, Drew Lock, who is questionable here for this game. We'll see if he plays. But Tua in the high altitude, you're going to buy him. Ryan Fitzpatrick had this team rolling, and Tua has just kept it up in his first couple of starts with the Dolphins. We'll see if it continues in Denver here this weekend. Tua and the Dolphins, your pick as a 3.5-point favorite. That's going to do it for us here on the FanDuel Hurry Up. Megan, we appreciate the time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you so much. Good luck to y'all as well.
Tomorrow, we'll be back here on the Hurry Up, joined by Tom Vecchio, as he'll give us his top value plays of the day to pair up with his star players as we get you set for DFS here in Week 11. For Megan Nunez, I'm Gregg Sussman. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of the FanDuel Hurry Up.